Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Tuning in and spending some time with me. In today's video, I'm going to update you on my $2 bill savings challenge. And if you guys have been here for a while or following my videos for a while, you know that I have a weird obsession with $2 bills. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I just love them. I think that they are so unique and charming. They are unique. And they are still in production, but apparently I have some pretty old ones in my stash already. So when this challenge is over, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all the money, but the oldest $2 bills that I find, I'm probably just going to hold on to just because they are old. So this is the envelope that I was using before, and I have decided to move my challenge and the money for it into this little craft paper folder. So this is something that you might add to a traveler's notebook. As you can see, it has the little scallops here for the elastics, if you're familiar with the traveler's notebook system. But I've had this for a while. I think this is, I don't know what brand it is, to be honest, if it's any brand. But I think I got this in the Amazon a while in like a 2 or 3 pack. So I found this in my stash and I was like, you know what, that would be good because it would just like hold all the bills straight, and it has like this graduated folder here. So it's going to keep everything in place and nice and neat. So what I have is the challenge that I started out with. So I have the money here. And then a few weeks back when I did my budget video, I went to the bank and I was able to get 3 more $2 bills. So for whatever reason in my area, maybe it's everybody's area, they only seem to have a finite number of $2 bills on hand. But I understand that if you want additional ones, you can probably place an order with your bank. But yeah, from what I know, and these are all made in Cleveland, which is really interesting. This is 70, and they're all 1976. So I started to pay attention to where the bills are made and like what the series year is, because I didn't know that much about the production of $2 bills before, and I had actually asked in a previous video, is this the date that the bill was produced? And a couple of you said it was. So I'm really kind of in tune to when these were produced and what city they were created in. So I think that's unusual that all 3 of these are from Cleveland and from 1976. So pretty interesting. And then I have a whole envelope of $2 bills that I was able to procure at my local bank recently. And I wasn't planning on getting this many, but then I was like, you know what? Why not just get whatever they have? So here's something interesting. So for those of you who are interested in currency, I don't know, I really never was until I started doing this. But, well, you know what? Currency is interesting anyway, you know, no matter where it's from, if it's from the US or if it's from, you know, a country outside of the US, there's always so much information and kind of like hidden stuff you probably never took notice of. But if you look on the back here, you can see that the Declaration of Independence is depicted on this one as compared to Monticello, which is the home of Thomas Jefferson. So he appears on the front. So it's interesting to see what the different artwork is on the back. But here, if you take note of these, this one was made in Cleveland, 1976. And then this one was made in 1963. And it looks like the Treasurer of the United States was Catherine O'Day. I don't know what the last name is. I'd have to look her up because I'm not familiar with her. But if you see, like, there's red as opposed to green as far as some of the markers. And yeah, 1963, Secretary of the Treasury C. Douglas Dillon. And this one, where was this made? I don't know where this was produced, because here, of course, like on other bills, we have the little marker of the Treasury where it was printed. But anyway. All right, so let's go through these and see if there's anything else interesting. This one was made in Dallas, Texas, 2013. Dallas, Texas, 2013. This one was made in 2013, Dallas, Texas. And I can't read the name of the treasurer. 2013, Dallas, Texas. Ooh, this one is really dirty. This one is Minneapolis, Minnesota, 2003. So this one has seen better days. That's not one that I would hold on to. This one is San Francisco, California, 2013. Cleveland, Ohio, 1976. Cleveland, 76, and Cleveland, 76. So, interesting. All right, so let's see what we're up to. This is going to be the savings portion of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the money out of here, and I'm just going to get rid of this envelope because I just don't think this is the most efficient way of holding on to the money. And I made a printout. So I made 2 copies of this challenge form, and I am going to fold one and keep it in the folder. And then I made a second copy to keep in my budget planner because I like to have everything in one place, you know, just so I can kind of refer back to it and have kind of an archive of everything that I have done budget-wise or savings-wise over the past year. So let's grab, I'm going to grab a bolder pen, a more bold pen, I should say. So this just at the top says $2 bill challenge, 2021 savings challenge, and I started out with $2 and this form ends with $224. So if I surpass that, I'm just going to make a new form that continues and picks up with $226. And then on the side here, it says date completed. So date completed means just for this particular form. So I had $42 here. And again, these are just really interesting bills too, but I kind of went over these before. Another 1963. So interesting. I don't know. I'm going to have to look through these. So let's see. On 1/12/21, I hit $42. So I'm going to put 1/12. Okay, just here so I can just kind of mark when I hit certain points or certain savings milestones. So on January 12th, I hit $42. So I'm going to create the date next to the remaining of that. So let's go ahead and count and see what we've got. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, and 74. So already $74 in $2 bills. I'm so excited. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It just makes me happy. So today's date is the 2nd. So February 2nd, Groundhog Day here in the United States. And I am just going to, should I color these in, or I feel like I want to color them in. I don't know why I feel like coloring in rather than making check marks. All right, so let's go ahead and color these in. So as you can see, I decided to go with a different color for the different, I guess, savings dates when I'm adding this. So since I had everything up until January 12th as $42, and I'm adding this much today, I decided to do that in a different color. So every time I add, I'll probably do a different color, but I like the way it looks more colored in than I do if I would have just done kind of my own messy handwriting check marks. So I am going to fold this up And like I said, this is just going to be stored nice and neatly in my new $2 Savings Challenge folder. Oh, that's actually larger. Okay, well, I mean, that's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. The only one seeing this is me. So I'm going to put the money over here. And already this is like kind of extending this folder because there's no gusset to the folder. So I don't know how much I'll actually be able to store in here, or if I'll have to kind of spread it out like this a bit. Okay. All right. So there is my savings right there. So I have a total of, what did I say, $72? I'm so sure I have to look again. I'm up to $74. I'll say that's pretty cool. So like I said, I'm going to also track this in my budget binder so I can just kind of reference it if I need to. You know, maybe if I'm doing a budget video and I stopped at the bank and I got some cash, you know, just so I can keep a record of it in there for future reference. And this is my budget binder. Some of you asked, this is a tool notebook, and I just made my own inserts, but here is the exact same savings challenge page here. So I don't know, I don't think anybody's joining me on this challenge, but if you are, I'd be curious to know, because it is a little bit unusual, a little bit different. And then here are my budget forms, and this is the one I did on January 29th. So I'll have another one coming this week, even though we don't get paid this week, just still to update you guys on what we set aside for our variable expenses and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I am also going to be doing an updated video for my student loan for those of you who are interested / affected, or maybe you've gone through your own process with student loans. But I wanted to give you an update on where I'm at with that and what my current total is, not my final total, but my current total. So I'm working really hard to put some extra money on that, along with being mindful of our taxes. Our tax day is February 10th, but if we can get our stuff together before then, our tax person said we can drop it off at any time, and if we don't need to actually have a drawn out conversation with her, you know, that she would have to set aside time for, she can kind of do them when she gets to them. So we may be able to do that ahead of time. I'm anxious to get it over with because I'm anxious to know what we owe and just get it out of the way. I don't want to think about taxes at all. I haven't done any Grubhub this year, I don't think. And my husband has been working, so we don't have anything that has been non-taxed so far in 2021 that I'm aware of, if I'm thinking properly. So I'm really excited about that too, because I don't want to repeat the situation next year at all. But for those of you who have been asking, my husband's job is going really well. He's still in the, I guess what they're considering to be a training process, training phase. That was for 1 month. So he is going to be working on mostly commissions. So that will start for him. He'll be on his own next week, I think. So I'm really excited and I'm really hopeful because he's very driven, he's very motivated, and I'm very excited to see where that takes us. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that you guys are feeling good, you're staying healthy, and you're getting through, you know, the extended quarantine situation as best as possible. So thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you later this week. Take care.